Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 1000 Olb Sisters Recap 1/30/24 Season 5 Episode 8 Boiling Point. Tonight on their fan-favorite series 1000 Olb Sisters airs with an all-new Tuesday, January 30, 2024, Season 5 Episode 8, and we have your 1000 Olb Sisters recap below. On tonight's 1000 Olb Sisters Season 5 Episode 8 called Boiling Point, as per the synopsis, Tammy is having a hard time coping following a near-death experience. Amy realized the struggle of being an overweight mom. Chris wants to get rid of his excess skin. Amanda offloads some dead weight. So make sure to bookmark this spot and come back from 9 p.m., 10 p.m. ET for our 1000 Olb Sisters recap. While you wait for the recap, make sure to check out all our television news, spoilers, recaps, and more right here. Tonight's 1000 Olb Sisters recap begins now. Refresh the page often to get the most current updates. In tonight's 1000 Olb Sister episode, Amanda took Gage back to the house. She could see that he was tired. He was still throwing a fit, and Amy was no help. Amy started crying again, as if that would solve everything. It didn't. Amy has been throwing herself a pity party since her marriage collapsed. Her family was getting tired of it. They told Amy to save her tears and to focus on her kids. She wasn't doing what she was supposed to be doing because she was too busy feeling sorry for herself. She was having panic attacks over the terrible twos, and what was she going to do when the second one went through the same? Amy needed a plan because her current one wasn't working out. Amanda took the kids back to the house. Amy went with her. Amanda tried to use that opportunity to tell Amy to buck up. Her kids were feeding off of her negative energy and they deserved better. Amy wants help. She just wasn't good with the help she was receiving. Her siblings tried to give her space. It didn't work out. They tried to give her tough love. She felt like they were ganging up on her. This was also why she refused to accept any kind of constructive criticism. Amy likes falling back on her victimhood. Anyways, a day passed. The siblings didn't mention what happened because they weren't that type. They didn't believe in beating a dead horse, and they were still trying to enjoy their vacation. It was their first family vacation in years. Tammy kind of ruined the last one. She refused to go up a mere step. She let that be her excuse for why she couldn't go into the vacation rental or do anything with the family. She basically demanded to get driven back home, where she complained about everyone else's inconsiderateness. The new Tammy had fun this time. She went out on a boat. She hasn't done that since she fell out a small tube at an amusement park, and that was just a pond. She literally went out on the ocean tonight. She saw the beach for the first time. She got on a real boat for the first time. She was grinning the whole time. She was so happy that she later felt guilty about being so happy. She's been writing things off her bucket list while her husband was still at the rehab. Tammy later called Caleb. She checked in with him and he was making jokes about eating junk food. It's something they would normally have laughed about. Only Tammy has grown as a person since then. She's finally enjoying her life, and it feels like she's leaving Caleb behind. The two of them made plans on what they would do or where they would go once Caleb leaves the rehab. They now realize that it wasn't going to be anytime soon. Caleb was still cheating on his diet. He tried to sabotage Tammy on her last visit to see him, and so he's not happy that Tammy is getting to leave her dream while he was stuck there. Anyone with sense could tell him to stick to his diet. He could lose the weight like she did. He could leave the rehab like she did. And so what's stopping him is himself. He's been at the rehab for 6 years. He was there for much longer than Tammy was. He hasn't left because he doesn't really want to change. Tammy may be sensing that a lot more. She called him out on his crap on her last visit. She threw away his junk food. She refused to eat his all-fried dinner that he had ordered in. She wasn't letting him bring her down with him. It's not to say she doesn't love him anymore. She simply wasn't letting anyone sabotage her anymore. Tammy's exes were known for helping her cheat on her diet or get her alcohol. She was entirely dependent on them. She wasn't like that anymore. She was doing a lot for herself. She may not be parasailing like Chris did, only she did a lot. She did more than she ever has before. She simply wasn't ready to go into the water. Tammy still feels like she has to lose more weight before she can trust her sturdiness in the water.